ABC News. This is World News Now.
As the storm system creeps north along the Atlantic seaboard, visibility is extremely limited in New York and Boston, and both cities expect as much as 16 inches of snow. Accumulations in Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia could top 20 inches by tonight. A blizzard warning is in effect for New York and several other states. In New York City alone, some 1,300 snowplows are working to clear the roads, and in a number of states, including New Jersey, have already declared a state of emergency. We get more on the storm that has already caused 9 deaths from the Weather Channel's Mike Seidel.
After slamming the Midwest with as much as 14 inches of snow, the winter storm moved eastward into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast on Sunday. In Washington, D.C., a few hardy souls braved the nasty weather. These two brought along their own rescue dog in case things got out of hand. President Bush, unable to return to the White House from Maryland by helicopter, traveled by motorcade instead. It took him more than 2 hours to make the trip, although others trying to get around Washington never made it at all. 2 of the area's 3 airports were closed, with a third severely limiting flights. For some tourists, it wasn't all that bad.
It's a real good, nice winter storm. So, cleans up the air, having fun. All you have to do is properly dressed and enjoy it today.
In parts of North Carolina, rain and sleet combined with falling temperatures made many roads difficult and sometimes dangerous to drive on. In Knox County, Tennessee, the problem wasn't snow, but rather flash flooding that produced a mudslide at an apartment complex.
We stood there in the rain and watched as the building slowly just sort of collapsed very slowly right in front of our eyes, and the mud, which was probably 20 or 30 feet high, it was high enough to be covering part of the building.
Emergency crews had to rescue one resident from the building. He was taken to a local hospital with serious injuries. As the day continued, the snow moved up the East Coast. In Philadelphia, the snow started falling in the morning, and by the time it stops, there could be as much as 20 inches on the ground. If there's any bright side to all of this, it's that Monday's a holiday, with many people staying home from work anyway. This is Mike Seidel, the Weather Channel, for ABC News.